All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast presented by Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the only hard seltzer with vitamin C from Superfruit Acerola. My name's Will DeFries. To my left, David Ruff.
You know, I'm not going to be sad because it's over. I'm going to try to smile because it happened, but spooky season was a straight up Caligula.
A horror Caligula. I don't know how you say horror in Spanish.
Horror. They roll their R's. Horror.
It was really good. And yesterday's was potentially the, obviously it was the finale, but it felt more like the penultimate. Because traditionally in modern television, Dylan, the penultimate is where most of the action happens. And yesterday, the finale is where the action happened.
By the way, sorry I missed yesterday's episode.
It's actually a good thing.
But Skelly banged my line after he was in the stew. He said it was actually a really good one. He said you guys are pretty nice to him.
Yeah, I mean, anytime we can have a mix in.
Thank y'all for being welcoming.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, Dylan, after the controversy that occurred on Monday's episode, Dylan decided to take a day off yesterday.
What was the controversy?
I don't want to bring it up again. All I'll say is go listen to LCD Sound System this weekend if you're out there trying to have a good time.
That controversy.
You're having just a Halloween party.
Yeah.
Dance yourself clean. Dylan, Mr. Squeaky. What'd it do?
Mr. Squeaky?
Yeah, you're squeaky clean.
I am. I take showers.
Little mouth slit.
I take showers regularly.
Oh, yeah, I forgot your little mouth slit.
Don't call me mouth slit. Hey, sorry for doing high knees in the office for 4 hours straight, but that's my new getting ready for work routine.
Yeah, we'll probably talk about that at some point on the show.
Talk about what?
Yeah.
Rundown.
Oh, my new regimen? What?
You're so annoying.
You don't listen
Bitch, you're
around the
annoying.
office. You don't listen on the show. You don't look at the rundown.
I know it's on the rundown, dude.
You didn't even show up yesterday.
I know it's on the rundown. Yeah, well, Skelly wanted to hop on the mic. Said he had some shit he wanted to say.
I don't even understand.
Was he good?
I don't understand how skeletons can talk when they don't have vocal cords.
Yeah, Will, there's a number of issues.
Was he good?
He was.
Did
fine.
Did he bring fire?
He was
Not only
fine.
does he not have vocal cords, they don't have muscles, like ligaments,
Mhm.
tendons,
Mhm.
blood flow,
Also,
a brain,
things of that nature.
Skeletons typically are dead.
a brain stem.
Typically.
It's the last part of your body, not counting the bones, to decompose.
You mean the money?
Yeah. Bones, money.
I have
whatever you wanna
I have
call it.
several questions
Hair.
about death and stuff
It's hair, Dave. And nails.
that I just don't think will get answered on this podcast.
What's let's hear one.
Like, you know how chickens, when you cut their head off, they live for X amount of time?
They don't live for much longer. I think they're just, their body, still firing, you know?
So they're
The
living.
synapses.
I don't think they're
I think by definition, if there's blood running through their heart and their heart's beating, they're still living.
but they do it for a long ass time, right?
Yeah. Do humans have any of that? Don't they say that after you die, like that for 2 days after, that your nails in your ears or something keep growing or some shit? I want my nails to be on fleek when I die.
Dude, I'm on this collagen in my coffee bit, and let me tell you, my nails, I'm trimming them every other day now.
I think your nails are growing too fast.
Yeah, well, I'm on a lot of collagen. I'm doing 100 grams.
Shout out to the peptides.
Love a good peptide. Tired pep talk, wired peptide.
I bet your
Go ahead and
collagen
tweet it.
intake is trash.
I take collagen, dog. And biotin. My shit's on point.
Damn. What's
Yeah,
that
you don't know.
biotin for?
Don't worry about it, bitch.
Why?
Isn't it kind of for the same shit?
I don't know.
I think it is. It's
Right.
good for your skin and your nails and stuff. Yeah, I don't know shit.
You know, if you're like me, you just take Nutrafol.
Yeah, that's facts. I have been taking it every day.
Skelly's on that biotin.
I don't
It's
know.
not
I don't know if
working.
any supplements are going to help Skelly at this point. I
That's
know
why
that
his bones are so strong.
I know that we have several supplement companies that we work with that we talk about, but I just think Skelly's beyond the point of return.
I don't know, man. He said you had a good joke about being big boned or something.
He
said it's just-
might have
People
enjoyed that one a
listen.
little too much.
Don't give the
yeah.
best material away on the free one. Come on, man.
Nah.
Subscribe to Smoky Season.
We released a 15-minute free preview. They're gonna get some material out of that.
Yeah, I know, but you're kind of watering down his joke. You understand?
People don't know the context. It was a good joke.
Yeah, but then if they go subscribe and hear it for the first time, they're like, "Oh yeah, it didn't hit because Dylan cucked it,"
I think you're overthinking.
as he does with many of the things on the rundown.
You're overthinking this a bit.
I'm
just
not.
I'm
trust
trying
me.
to tease the episode.
Just trust me on this. I know what I'm talking about.
We got a loaded episode today, so I'm not going to waste any time. I should get out here and say this. Spooky season has been airing all October long. Tuesday, this upcoming week, is the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Patreon, Patreon, / Circling Back Podcast.
That's to the tune of Bone Thugs and Harmony, first of the month. An absolute banger.
It's been an absolute minute since we've done a Worst Of episode. We're doing Worst Of Halloween edition. If you have any good Halloween stories, and I mean good Halloween stories.
Good.
Yeah. Hit up Worst Of at washmedia.com. You can also go to washmedia.com, click on the Worst Of logo, submit it through the anonymous form. Please get those in, as we will be doing that on the 1st of November on Tuesday. Additionally, we'll be recording voicemails tomorrow, 888-618-4422. 888-618-4422. Get in, get out, be tactical. Send in your voicemails. But some of the most important stuff we have to talk about, youtube.com/circling back. That's where all our episodes live these days. You're probably unwashed, like, where'd all these episodes go? Oh, yeah, we have our own YouTube channel now, not to brag. Also, washedmedia.shop for all your merch needs. I'm actually wearing a Too Much Dip bar hat right now.
Not to brag, he said.
Yeah, not to brag. We're on YouTube.
Like, it's really difficult to get a channel on YouTube.
You know, it's
I've never done it.
It's not the most convenient thing.
I've never done it.
If you knew how much shit you have to go through to get a custom URL, Dylan, you wouldn't be poo-pooing this URL right now, my guy.
It is with the bureaucracy and the red tape.
Parks wants a YouTube channel. I'm like, nah.
Why? Give the man a YouTube channel. He wants the gift of content.
I said, dude, people on the internet can be really mean. You don't want that smoke.
Dylan, what's your
Talk to
favorite
me about it.
RedTube channel?
I don't hop on RedTube, David. Actually, I don't even know what RedTube is. How about you explain it for
Here,
everybody?
I'm going to go to it right now and see.
How about you explain it?
Oh, Jesus, David. If you're at
Wow.
work, don't go to that. That's disgusting. You're inappropriate.
What's your problem?
How did y'all not already know that?
I spend a lot of time
real
on
beaters know.
I spend a lot of time on ShedTube.
Real
It's where
beaters.
old dudes just take you through their sheds and they show you their
They're
stuff.
tough codes.
Yeah.
ShedTube.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. You get to see a lot of old maintenance equipment, leaf blowers.
That doesn't sound exciting at all.
It's not exciting, it's relaxing.
Apparently, there's a game where you can mow lawns, and someone suggested on Twitter yesterday that I twitch it.
Yeah.
And
I would
that's
actually
all
be-
you do is you're on a riding lawnmower and you just.
I've seen said game.
I bet that's pretty relaxing.
Honestly, I would do that.
Dude, guys love mowing lawns.
That would be the closest you've been to mowing
Yeah.
a lawn.
Yeah.
Randy, fucking Randy over here.
I don't think I deserve as much shit for not mowing a lawn as I get.
You should know how to mow a lawn.
I'm sure I could figure it out. I don't think it takes more than one time to like figure out how to mow a lawn.
If I put you in front of a gas lawnmower, how long would it take you to start it?
Well, first I'd be like, why are you still using a gas lawnmower? Why do you not care about the environment at all?
Gas
you son of
lawnmowers
a
are still
bitch?
the most popular.
And then secondly, I'd just figure it out because I'm different.
Are you trying to say that Dylan doesn't care about climate change? Because that's kind of
If there's one person in this studio who does not care about climate change, it's 100% Dylan.
Did y'all see that thing that came out? I think it was from Greenpeace, maybe, about the percentage of stuff that gets put in recycling that actually gets recycled. I'm not even going to say the number because it's very depressing.
No,
It's
Dave.
terrible.
Dave, like I don't want to
It's
be the
very
guy that
depressing.
talks about this on a podcast that gets listened to by thousands upon
It's like
thousands of people.
5%.
But like the work that we put in as individual human beings to recycle things, like the environment doesn't see that.
It's these big corporations. Go ahead and say it.
The corporateness.
It's
It
these
is the big
corpora-
corporations. The
You're
amount
right.
of waste that they put out every single
lot of
day
waste.
versus but it all gets put on us as if we're the problem. No, it's not us.
Yeah, they put it all on us. Oh, 1%.
He's doing Bernie, I think.
Folks, these corporations. All right.
He just went from Bernie to Alex.
This is
So
the
we have,
podcast
we
where
have
the
Greta
guy does
Fratberg over
impressions.
here.
Don't call her Greta Fratberg.
That's-
She's making she's doing good work.
Fucking Greta Thunberg.
I don't know.
Remember
She's
that?
taking a lot
Randy
of
does.
flights everywhere to have all these rallies and shit. What
Her
if she
and
just went to
Leo.
school every
The rallies
day?
can't go to her.
Her and Leo are on a PJ.
She should host like TED Talks.
She should walk to
She
them.
should do virtual TED Talks instead of just doing like I know she sailed to one. Like okay, kind of a publicity.
Did
stunt.
she?
But,
I'm doing my part to save the environment by mining Bitcoin.
That's like the worst thing for the environment.
Yeah,
the worst.
Yeah, but when the global financial system collapses, I'm gonna be like a noble.
I still don't know where you like mining for Bitcoin. Like, where is it?
Yeah, so you wouldn't get it.
You're right, and I probably never will, and I'm okay with that because I think it's total bullshit.
Let me tell you what's bullshit. The little feeling I get when I take my Celsius can or whatever I'm drinking, kind of crunch it up and go outside, put it in the recycling bin, and I'm like, I did a good deed today. Now I know like there's a pretty good chance that's just going to the landfill.
I don't think you're actually supposed to crush up your cans before you recycle them.
I do it because I'm an alpha man.
Why not?
Because they have barcodes on them, and I don't. This might just be a Midwest thing where you get your deposit return, but they need to scan the barcodes sometimes, and I think that might actually be a thing for like sorting purposes as well.
So, a kid down the street growing up, it was a friend of mine. His parents in their garage, they drink a lot of sodas, very unhealthy. You shouldn't drink this much soda. But you would go out to the garage, they had a can crusher screwed into the wall. You'd put the can in, crush the can, then put it in the trash can under it. And then they would take those cans and take it to the recycling thing, the can thing, and they would get like $18 or something for it.
That's pretty common, actually. I know a
The
lot of people
can
who
crusher,
did that growing
it was
up.
so satisfying crushing.
Why do you
a
get
can.
money for it?
Because you're
for
it's an
recycling
incentive.
cans. You get a nickel a can.
It's like a
In
carrot.
Texas?
10 cents in Michigan.
I don't know what it is.
You
Yeah.
don't get that in Texas.
You get 5 cents a can.
Hey, that ain't
Then
my
why,
Texas.
then why does literally no one do it?
Literally, a lot of homeless people do it. Actually, that's why you see them walking around with big cans, big bags of like cans.
walking around with big cans?
Of course, that's it. That's the thing in every state.
Well, it sounds like you ain't met my Texas yet.
No, I've honestly wondered for the last 7 years why no one cares about recycling cans in Texas, besides homeless people apparently. But like I've worked for Grand X, we had people drinking. We probably had certain people drinking 8+ LaCroix a day, and people are just throwing those cans in their garbage can.
No, it's terrible.
Like,
You know your boy's
you-
drinking LaCroix.
Michigan being 10 cents. Maybe that's why y'all did it so much more.
It wasn't even a question if you did it in Michigan. It was like if someone saw you throwing a can away, it would be like, what the fuck's your problem?
Yeah, and that's how it should be.
It
But
absolutely
as
should
Dave
be.
just schooled us, it's all going to landfill anyway.
Well, if you're trying to
A
get your
good
5 cents in
percentage of it.
Texas, do not crush your cans as they need the barcode in order to do it.
did not know that.
Wait, why
part
do
of
they?
it.
What? We're not going to get the right answer. I'm sorry. I didn't know about the barcode, but I'm like, what are they scanning for?
It was so annoying if you brought all your cans from a party to the grocery store to go return the cans, and then people were like crushing them and doing stuff because then it was like, well, now I just have this random fucking can that I can't.
It
do
seems like
anything with.
you could recycle more, creating
Yeah,
less
save space.
Not everything. Okay, this is
What if you have big?
not
cans?
everything gets 10 cents. So there might be certain things that have a barcode that does not
You're
register.
passionate about this.
I am passionate about this because it pisses me off that people in Texas just throw cans away.
Well, not
hey,
everybody.
You're yelling at us.
98%
You're
We're
painting with a
trying,
broad brush here.
we're trying to recycle.
Y'all are can throwers awayers.
I just sat here and talked about how I recycle cans.
I recycle too.
Where do we recycle them in the office?
I take them to the outside bin.
Why do you think I walk outside 5 times a day? Not because
take
I'm
them-
like Randy and I'm trying to heat up.
I take
I don't
them to
know
the
if I
outside
believe
bin.
y'all. I don't know if I
do.
believe y'all.
Go look at our
If we didn't have mics in front of
our
us, I don't know if I
recycling
believe you
bin
guys.
outside is filled to the brim right now,
Okay,
and I put
I'm
all
used-
of them
dude,
in there.
okay,
Almost.
You want to hear what I
Okay.
did? I put mine in Sweet C's today
That's okay.
because
They probably won't mind.
ours is very
I think
full.
we should get a recycling bin for in here so y'all don't have to go outside to do it, and also to promote other people to do it as we have cans sitting in our garbage.
I think that's a worthy endeavor.
Okay. But yeah, the reason that you don't crush them is because there are certain cans that you don't get deposits back for.
like Arizona iced tea cans.
I mean,
they're
that might-
so
yeah.
fucking big and cool.
There are definitely certain things that you don't pay a deposit on, so therefore, that's another thing I don't get. You don't pay a deposit in Texas, do you? You don't pay if you buy a 12-pack of beer, you don't pay 60 extra cents. In Michigan, you get rung up for 10 cents.
You know,
And if
there's
you
no
bring 'em
state
back, you
income
get that
tax
If you
$60
get a
in this way.
30-pack, you use $3 extra on top, and then you bring it back, and you're good.
That's
Yeah, that's
all I
not a
drink is
thing
30 racks.
I'm glad we talked this out. I'm glad because it's
Think
been
we
bugging me for years that people. I don't think Texas does this.
Yeah, Texas does do it.
We definitely recycle.
But like, if I were to like gather a bunch of cans and get a nickel for each one, and I drive it to the
that was single Dylan.
and I drive it to wherever. Like, I don't. What did you say?
I'm sorry. Randy's being distracting.
What did you single?
I said that was single. It was a cancer. It was low. It was low hanging fruit.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I don't even know where to take them, but like, yeah, it's homeless people do it.
We had one next
Like
to
big
the
time.
Whataburger in Duncanville. It was like just a little build, like a tiny building. Nobody was in it. You just went in, you dumped the cans in, and I guess it counted them. It was like a Coinstar machine, but instead
Yeah.
of coins, it was cans. A can star.
There you go.
Texas got some problems we got to work through.
But Texas does participate in the recycling program.
It's not as straightforward as you're. It's not as straightforward as you're saying.
Well,
I don't know, man. Just let us try. We're doing our best. Dylan, that's the tiniest Yeti I've ever seen.
That thing sucks.
Why is that?
What do you
you
put in
guys
there?
drink out of disposable cups.
What do you put in there?
There's coffee in here.
But like, how many ounces of coffee?
Probably 12.
Okay, no,
Dude, that's 12
no,
at the
no,
brim.
that is not
10? I
12.
don't know.
I don't know. Are you doing that?
A
to your
standard cup of
Hamlet?
coffee is 8 ounces.
Why
It
didn't you
holds-
start bringing this in when you'd be with KJ?
That's a good point.
When
I'm trying to
KJ was
look
in
bigger.
here, you should have just sat here with the thing in your hand.
Imagine if KJ had one of these.
Oh my God.
You'd be like, well, who gave me this shot
Yeah, I think
glass?
it's 10
yeah.
ounces.
He'd be like, I didn't know Yeti made shot glasses.
Yeah, 10 ounces. It says on the bottom. 1 cup of coffee. Perfect.
Did you try my powder creamer?
No, I brought this from home. That's why I have this one.
What about you?
No.
I'm going to throw my hand up. I thought I was ordering creamer for the office. I don't want to out anybody, but some people in here do put creamer in their coffee. And I didn't realize it was powder. And I ordered 2 different ones. And then they're both powder.
Where'd you order these from? Amazon?
Poshmark? No,
I've
it
just
was
never.
Amazon.
I've never ordered dairy from Amazon.
Well, I tried to order the one y'all like, and they don't have it right now. It's like out of stock. So I tried to pivot, and I pivoted right into the powder. That's not a good place to pivot, apparently.
We'll use it. I'll use it.
Dylan told
It's
me the other
keto
night when we were
creamer.
out that we were drinking espresso martinis. He said, I can't drink any of this more of this espresso. I got to pivot to powder.
It's not what I said.
Wiesencox.
It's not what I said.
I'm pivoting to Wiesen.
Our friends over at Roback have Backer20 as a promo code that you, the customer, can use to get 20% off anything that you order on Roback.com. Right now, there are so many things out there that you can just absolutely revel in. From their performance polos to their hoodies. Kind of surprised none of us are wearing one of their hoodies. We have no Roback on right now. Is everything
Rocked
okay?
the hat at the gym this morning and the shirt.
I
It's
wore
doubled up.
I wore a Roback hoodie this morning when I took Lil Bay to school. Actually, that's all. That's the end of that story. You can move on with the read.
Where all the mommies just like, yo.
Damn,
It
look
was-
at that! Look at that little doggy on your shirt.
Yeah.
Go over to Roback.com, use Backer20, and get 20% off anything on their site. World's dirtiest man died.
Did he die of dirtiness?
It was pure horniness.
Oh, okay.
He's actually running for auditor in Ohio. Remember that from yesterday? Anyway, county auditor. That guy was dangerously horny. That dude needs to stop. Yeah, this guy died at 94, and he's been dubbed by the media as the world's dirtiest man, as Will mentioned. Amu Haji had refused to use soap and water for more than half a century, fearing it would make him sick. You know what? Got to 94.
You know it's
Pretty good.
crazy in there.
Oh, man.
Like
Like,
this dude stinks.
all
Like,
I can
literally
think of,
stinks.
all I can think of, I know he's a hermit, so but people don't really have to deal with this man. But all I could think of was how there just has to be an absolute stench floating around his place at all times.
I disagree. I think you get to a point of dirtiness where the stench actually becomes unsmellable. Like it gets to
No.
that
I
level
don't
where
know,
it
man.
transcends smell.
So he
Nah,
didn't
dude.
use soap and water for fear of it making him sick. Yet there's a picture of him smoking 4 cigarettes.
4 cigarettes.
at
That's the
once.
real reason we're doing this
So,
story.
all right, his priorities are a little out of whack. But
Said his favorite food was porcupine. Porcupine.
have you ever had porcupine?
No, and I feel like it would be the biggest beating to prepare.
Because of all the quills?
Yeah, quill. It's just a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure there's a way to do it. Like it's quick.
you
but-
got to pluck them, man.
They used to call me Quill to Freeze back in the day.
Yeah. Why do they call you that?
Attempts to bathe him or offer him clean water to drink made him sad.
because on the beach volleyball court, I was just spiking constantly.
You got to drink clean water. How did this dude live to be so old?
Great question, and that is,
I mean,
I'm
on account of
amazed.
the heavy smoking and lack of clean water.
I don't know if he was like smoking every day, but it seems like
No,
when he
Dave,
did smoke,
it says he was fond of smoking, being pictured on at least one occasion puffing more than one cigarette at once. Like, this guy likes everything.
I
What
always
if he-
say
what if
smoke
he-
weed every day?
what if he was smoking 4 cigs like twice a week at the same time?
I feel like if you need 4 cigarettes at once to satisfy your craving, you're probably a regular smoker. That's my theory. This dude was just puffing on those.
How did he buy cigarettes?
I think he was hand rolling them.
These don't look hand rolled. These just look like my man went down to the corner store, picked up some Lucy's, decided to start chiefing.
Corner store.
That skin could
Lucy's.
use some moisturizer.
How long do you actually think you could go not showering before you just lost your mind and had to do it again?
Well,
during the freeze.
during the snowvid, when I went about 4 days without water, I made it about 3, and I was
gonna say,
begging.
You didn't make it the entire time because
No,
you came
I-
over to your boy's crib and
I
showered.
showered at Will's place.
I think I went 5 full days without showering.
I'm a greasy boy. I get greasy.
Also, I made the mistake of working out at home the first day, thinking like this wasn't going to be like a 6-day event. And little did I know, it was going to be a 6-day event.
Yeah, I also made a very similar mistake in terms of Pelotoning, Dave, and I don't think that if any inclement weather strikes Austin again, I think I'm going to try to put off doing anything.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
I still don't understand how this keeps happening to us.
What, the grid?
Well, just the grid concerns,
Fixed.
the water. Dylan famously doesn't boil
I
his
don't
water.
boil water. I don't have time for that shit.
Yeah.
It is a beating. I will give you that. I wish I had your kind of laissez-faire attitude toward
Yeah, it's nice.
hydrogen,
It's a good way to live.
2 oxygen, or 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen.
There it is.
Do you think this guy ate raw meat? A lot of people are asking me what's happened to the raw meat experiment guy.
Dude, he hasn't posted, has he?
Yeah, no, he hasn't posted, but he's doing fine. If
How do
you
you
go
know
to
that?
if you go to his Instagram, he has commented numerous times, being like, "I'm out here." I think he's just tired of the. He's a different dude. This guy's not your classic content creator who's just trying to go to the moon.
Liver King's still creating content.
I can't believe you've
I'm-
unfollowed him.
Did y'all see the?
I got, man, when he was making his family do stuff, I was like, I got just like so sad for them. I know he's probably making a lot of money, but it's just like, this is such a beating.
You're not a fan of the Liver Queen?
Have we read the part of this
She's
article
fine.
that talks
She's
about the
Reluctant.
soot and pus?
Yeah, I was going to leave that out. 'cause
Go ahead, Dylan.
Pus is gross.
Years of not bathing had left him with skin covered in soot and pus, IRNA said, while his diet had consisted of rotten meat and unsanitary water drunk from an old oil can.
I mean, really, like, they need to figure out how he lived to 94. That's really unbelievable.
Are you sure he
And
was
that's-
covered in pus, or was it?
Come on, man. There's one S,
Oh, okay.
which I didn't know
Um,
pus was spelled that way. but
I didn't know either.
I guess it makes sense.
I didn't know either.
I love this. A few years ago, when a group of villagers took him to a nearby river in an attempt to bathe him, he threw himself out of the car and ran away.
Yeah,
Like a child.
this guy's a tryhard.
I love just bailing out of a moving vehicle and just rolling and then just getting up and just chopping.
This dude's doing too much.
Well, he passed away, so
Oh, sorry.
He's doing something right, though. I mean, maybe I should stop bathing and start smoking cigs.
So you're gonna
I think
start
it's-
drinking sewage water out of oil cans?
maybe work
No.
for this dude.
I think it's the quad smoke.
Rotten meat.
If either of y'all
you're
goes down the
banging
same
4
road
cigs-
as Amu Haji, if either of you does this, I will be leaving Washed Media.
If we stop bathing,
If you stop bathing, if you start smoking 4 cigs at a time, if you start drinking sewage water out of your stuff, you're eating just spoiled meat.
Another point,
I can keep going if you need me to.
he passed away at the ripe age of 94, just months after taking his first wash in decades, according to Iranian state media, which, hey guys, I don't know if you can believe it.
I don't know if we can be blaming the death of 94-year-olds on a bath they took a month ago.
Months,
I think there are
actually.
other things at play, especially given the information that we have at our fingertips, our dirty fingertips, right now. His hands look disgusting. His hands look like that of an animal.
Do you guys still not wash your legs?
please.
stop. You know,
I
wash my
literally
shit.
washed my legs this morning and thought, man, I can't believe I sent that Instagram story that one time alluding that I didn't wash my legs on circling back.
I'm the cleanest guy. Y'all
I don't
know,
remember
man.
that at all.
I hit every
I did an
crevice.
AMA on the circling back Instagram, and I said, no, cleaning your windows at your house is like cleaning your legs. They just magically get clean. You don't have to worry about it. And then Landry called me out for it.
What's his problem? He's still mad at us over the too much dip episode, the Pat Mahomes thing.
Oh yeah, you were saying Pat Mahomes is really overrated.
That was my take.
You're not the cleanest person.
I
in
was
this room.
saying that Alabama's really good and Pat Mahomes is overrated. Those are my two takes.
I hit every crevice of my body when I shower.
But
You
I
loofah
know
guy?
I know I'm cleaner than you.
Hey,
No.
do you loofah?
I know I'm cleaner than you.
Yeah, a loofah.
How often do you loofah? Every time you bathe, or just like once a day? Or
Like every other day, I loofah.
I don't loofah every day. I don't think
You
you're
can
supposed
over
to.
loofah.
Yeah, you can over exfoliate, as I learned yesterday with the Joker makeup on my face.
You only shower once a day. You're
Yeah,
a nighttime
facts.
shower guy.
Facts.
So you're sleeping in your like dirty ass sheets every night.
No, I shower before I go to bed.
And then I know, but you sweat at night. You know that. And then you work out in the morning, so you're dirty all
then I
day.
shower again
I'm
before I
definitely
get
the
in bed.
cleanest. I'm definitely
No.
cleaner than you.
That's not true.
You know, it's because I'm different, and I know, much like some of the smartest people in the world know, that your body has a finite amount of energy, and that's why I don't work
It's
out.
the battery theory.
So not only do I shower more, but I sweat less. My carbon footprint, bussin'.
You just did a lot right there.
I just absolutely swatted you out the gym, old dirty ass.
I want to say rest in peace, Amu. You lived a life on your own terms, and I respect that.
Mhm.
That's respectable. Shout out to you. Shout out to his family.
He died doing what he loved.
Smoke
Just hanging out, smoking 4 cigs.
Smoke
Being dirty and
60
hanging.
cigarettes a day
I'm blasting 4 darts.
at a time.
That's like you when you finally go out.
It's like you on your bachelor party.
If
walked
did
out-
smoke
If
darts.
I'm being honest, I miss a drunk cig, man. I do. They're fantastic.
All it takes for me at this point to stop missing a drunk cig is having one single drunk cig and being like, oh, I forgot how bad this is.
That's how I feel with cigars.
I feel like they're actively making cigarettes taste worse.
For me to enjoy a cigarette these days, I have to be out of town and I have to lay some groundwork with Bay. And like, look, I'm gonna be on a guy's trip, and I'm probably gonna do a cigarette.
Why don't you just do what real men do and negotiate with your wife that you get X amount per year?
She'll negotiate to 0. That's why. That's why I got to put groundwork in, man.
You should read a book called The Art of the Deal.
She gave me clearance to smoke a
I own that
couple
book.
in Vegas, and I did, and I very much enjoyed it.
I smoked zero. I famously smoked zero in Vegas.
We smoked 0 in New Orleans too.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I gotta start smoking more drunk cigs.
You need
I
to
know.
smoke in New Orleans if you're going to smoke.
trying to
That's like a
start
cool
smoking
place
more.
to smoke.
I feel like
smoking's not-
smoking in New Orleans makes things smell better.
Yeah, that's facts.
Don't do New Orleans like that.
It doesn't smell good.
Parts
David.
of it don't.
In the
smell
summer, Bourbon Street is tough.
good. It smells like pee-pee
And yeah, trash, recycled cans with barcodes on them.
until Will comes and picks them all up.
Will backs his F-250 up.
Don't even.
Just
Dude,
loads
I
it.
don't think. I don't want to do this recycling conversation again.
No, and people don't want that either.
I've got too many questions.
No one
for
wants
y'all.
it. 'Cause
We did 8 minutes on recycling and got nowhere.
I recycle.
Okay.
You know what I've
It's
always
fun.
said? My
You can
3
tell
R's.
people you do.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's what I try to do. I try to eliminate single-use plastics, Dylan.
I'm totally out on single-use plastics, man.
I saw you the other day with all those straws, plastic straws.
What was I doing with them?
You just had like 8 of them and you were just drinking a Jolt Cola.
Yeah.
Yeah, you linked them all together.
It was weird. Did y'all ever have the straws that had the loops in them?
Of course. Crazy straws?
Dude, how long were the
Obviously.
fucking
I
straws?
hated
Those
those.
are awesome.
Did not like them.
Why? It
I
took
don't
too
know.
long to get the shit.
It was just kind of annoying.
You'd like suck it up through the loop, then you'd like pull your mouth off, watch it go down, then catch it back up. Don't clip that.
It's crazy straw, dog. They're crazy.
Did you ever use a pixie stick during at school as a straw in a soda can?
No, but I used a Twizzler.
Twizzler is another good
You just
one.
bite the ends off.
You're getting a little bit of that twizzle.
There's a little twizz in there.
Yep. Just a tasteful amount
You
of
would be
twizz.
disgusted
You
by
would
it.
be a Twizzler guy.
Dylan would FaceTime me and be like, "I'm about to twizz," and he
Oh,
would just dip his Twizzler
Literally never happened. I didn't even know Dave back
in the
those
Dr.
days.
Pepper and just drink it up.
I
And he'd
didn't
be
even
like,
know Dave.
"I'm a Twizzler man."
Also,
That's what Dylan did. He did that to me at a dinner.
Twizzlers are not great. The strawberry ones would kind of go a little dummy, but the regular Twiz, not good.
I'm fixated on recycling right now. Absolutely fixated. I'm
You're
thinking
so
about Micah.
heated.
I'm thinking about Micah, how it became a bit that he would just slam his cans into a garbage can. That's how little Micah cared about recycling. It was a bit that
Yeah.
numerous times per episode,
He was just
he would
rubbing it in your
spike a can.
face.
You hear about this bear attack?
I hope that we have some new listeners today that are like, I heard a lot about these guys. I'm going to check out the show.
They're like, this guy weird.
They always just like fight over like recycling.
Guy from Michigan really likes to recycle.
I do.
The other
I'm
two guys
passionate
like
about it.
may or may not. I'm really not sure where they
I don't know.
stand.
I truly do think it's pointless for like a lot of things to recycle, but something about throwing cans away just kills me inside.
No, dude, same. I didn't bring that up to diminish recycling. It just made me sad as a guy who famously recycles.
We need to
And
we need to
reduces.
pivot to this grizzly bear story because I
Let's-
think I'm going to say some things that are going to insult some Texans, and I don't feel like dealing with the fallout.
Oh, what are you gonna do? Insult Bluebell?
No,
Hey, most of them are transplants that you know here anyway.
it's
Just
true.
keep that in mind.
It's true.
Most of them.
I
Almost
am.
all of them.
I am. I'm a
Hey,
transplant.
Almost
I
all.
don't consider myself Texan though.
He wasn't born here.
He might move after this conversation.
Everywhere's going to shit. Doesn't really matter where you are at this point.
Everything sucked lately. Okay.
Can
sorry.
someone tell me what happened to this grizzly bear? This is a story that somehow I completely missed.
We've got two college wrestling teammates, two friends, and they're in Wyoming, Cody, Wyoming. That's like the most Wyoming-y city name ever, right? Cody, Wyoming.
Cody's a good like mountainous cowboy name.
Yeah, that's a dude who competes.
Yeah, for sure.
His buddy got locked in with a grizzly bear. The bear had grabbed Lowry, the main guy, his arm, shaking it till it fractured. He curled up in a ball, but the bear continued its attack, biting his back, his butt, his shoulder. Tough.
I mean, his face got tuned up quite a bit.
Yeah, he caught some strays up top.
Jeez.
His buddy, whose name is Kendall Cummings attempted to disrupt the attack by yelling, throwing things at it, grabbing its coat to attempt to pull it off Lowry. Dude, shout out to him for not running. A lot of people would run. You'd run.
I would. Something I've noticed in bear attack, like aftermath, like I saw a video the other day. This guy who was out on his own and was attacked by a bear, not sure what kind of bear, and he immediately just put the phone on himself to record like the aftermath, and he's kind of just showing his face. They go for the face, man. His ear was like hanging off. He had flaps of skin. It was really gruesome.
My favorite thing of the last 10 years is people who, when they encounter apex predators, pull their phones out. Like the dude with did you see the mountain lion or whatever?
Oh, yeah. We did a whole seg on that. That was wild.
How did that guy miss?
With what?
Talking about the guy with the pistol.
Oh,
This
oh.
is a different one.
Okay, I thought about the guy who was retreating out of a trail.
There was a similar one, and this guy had a
I saw that,
pistol,
yeah.
and I assume he was firing it at the cat, and he was 15 feet, and he was just not hitting it. But
Well, those
He-
pistols are, first of all, a little inaccurate. He had all that adrenaline going. Easy to miss.
maybe put the phone down. Maybe don't record the encounter with the apex predator.
Yeah, but if
Don't tell him to holster content.
you
Man.
make it out,
Oh.
yeah, that's content, Dave.
Saw a balcony video the other day. And there was a shooting that happened underneath the balcony. You couldn't see any shooting stuff happening, but you could just hear the bullets going. And all the people on the balcony started hiding behind the furniture. And then some dude just ran from like inside the room to go videotape it for the internet. And I was like, that guy's different.
That's Micah.
He's got the content gene where everyone else is like, I got to get away. This guy's like, no, I have the content gene and I plan on using it.
Yeah, that is like Micah when you broke your leg,
Yeah.
and instead of seeing if you're okay, he just ran up with the camera.
The shadow of him running up is the
This-
best part of that video.
It's just like, dude, what a time.
A grizzly bear, man.
Is there who in washed media is the least likely to run?
The least likely?
Yeah.
From a bear?
Yeah.
Like
If
the
someone gets
bear's attack-
captured, who's the least likely to run in the Wash Media Network?
I don't know. think we're all running.
I think for me, it depends on who's captured.
I know what you mean by captured, but I'm like picturing it as like the bear, like
The bear's outside of its like lair with like a weapon.
like Bowser when he captures the princess.
You
Yeah.
seen the bear grabs one of us? What do you mean?
Yeah.
A bear attack.
The bear's attacking somebody like
Oh, if a bear's attacking you, I'm gonna stick around for it. I'm not gonna leave you to die.
you already said you were gonna run.
I didn't know what you meant. I didn't know like he had one of us. I thought like a bear's like charging us, and we all,
Oh,
disperse.
you said before that you were gonna run.
Well, I didn't know what you meant. Like I said, if a bear is like mauling you, I'm gonna try to do something to get it off. That's just instinct. I'm not gonna leave you to die.
What are you
Oh, I
gonna
don't
do?
think that's. I think it might be instinct for some people.
I go back. Like Sally's like, so what happened? Like Will's just gone. Like, yeah, I dipped. Yeah, he's like, there's not a scratch on you. Like, I know.
Fight or flight, dude. It's one of the
I'm
two.
gonna do something. What's so funny?
I'm just laughing at this other thing. Story.
What are you laughing at, Randy? Tell us.
Dave's got so many rogue laughs that I just can't.
Dylan said that he would try to get it off. Dave and I looked at each other.
You looked at me first.
Try to get him off.
Well, you're misunderstanding me because earlier you said you would run, and that's why I brought this question up of who would not run before I posed the question.
I just wasn't sure if that was the best way to go about it.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
I don't
right.
know if jerking him off would be the move.
I just thought you meant like if a bear's like
Is that on the handbook?
if a bear like creeps up on a campsite, am I running or am I hunkering down? Kind of. I thought that's what you meant.
No.
Yeah.
For some people, I think there might be the instinct to fight, but I don't think it's a blanket statement that it's instinct to go fight when your friend gets captured by a bear.
What's your stance if you're squaring up?
If I'm getting attacked by a wild animal and y'all are with me, and if y'all just like run, if I make it out of that, we're not friends anymore.
If it's apex, that changes everything. Now, if it's like a hog,
we're
or
not friends
something,
anymore.
We're gonna fight that hog.
Facts.
We might get gored, but we're fighting the hog.
I think I might be more likely to fight for you and Dave than I would for other people at Wash Media because I'm significantly more invested in your future than like Randy. No offense,
So
Randy.
it's all about your paycheck.
But if that bear's eating your ass,
Dude,
like
no.
I'm out of there.
The idea of us having to like mess with these wires in here and the cameras, like,
That's true.
no one wants
well,
to do that.
he did already wire it, so
Yeah, but what
Yeah,
if we have to like
I know.
rewire something? Yeah, maybe Randy gets kept around. Congratulations, Randy. Dave just saved your life.
yeah, I wouldn't be able to like look at your family in the face if I just like left.
Like, yeah, I
Like
like threw a rock.
Yeah,
and
at
then, like,
least throw a rock or something, or a shoe. I don't know.
Oh,
something.
shoe's not doing shit.
rock's
Then you're just
probably better
shoeless in
than
the
the
woods
shoe.
with a
at least,
bear.
At least like try to like get his attention by like clapping or hey, over here. I don't know.
So the reason this guy got was because they were out just looking for shedded antlers.
yeah, for hunting season.
It's tough out there.
We've all been there.
Damn.
This kid's gonna have some scars, but I mean, the
Yeah.
fact that they both survived is
It's a
astonishing.
story though. Yeah, I was attacked
Yeah,
by.
I don't call them
grizzly
scars,
bear.
man. I call them stories.
I mean, grizzlies. It's up there in the.
Gotta say, in the photo, this kid is looking pretty good for just being a bear attack victim. He's got they gave him a subtle ab flex in there. He looks cut.
Well, he probably has been just drinking liquids for the last like 3 days.
He's just down to like 8% body fat.
Yeah, it might be good for him if he's trying to cut weight for any fight soon.
I mean, I don't know if
I don't
he's
think-
gonna
yeah, he's
wrestle
probably
this
gonna sit
season.
That's a
you
hard
out.
pick. Do you think they talked before the pick, being like, "Hey, don't smile"?
He's like, let me sit up a little bit so like my top 4 abs are like flexed.
Uh-huh.
And
It
you know
is a
that
hard
move.
ass pick, man.
You know
Yeah.
that move. You don't want to sit all the way up because then that little lower belly fat kind of flops over. It's tough. It's hard out here being 38.
You know what? I can tell that these guys watch hockey. They might even be college hockey watchers. That's how hardcore these guys are.
I see what we're doing now.
Hockey fans, it's finally time to hit the ice again. And thanks to DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, you're in for the season of a lifetime. New customers can bet $5. Yes, I said $5 on any team to get $200 in free bets if they win. We got any Stars Red Wings games coming up, Dave? I think we should have some big boy stacks.
Yeah. No, we will. It's getting this, and you know what? It's going to be an office divided, and it's personal. It's not just sports. It's going to be personal, and it's going to be fun. And I want you to wear your Red Wings jersey.
Okay. Which one? I have several.
Okay.
I can do my
this guy-
Zetterberg. I
this
can do
guy-
my signed Liz from Jersey.
Go Zeds.
I can do an Iserman if you need it.
This
If
guy's
that
got so
wasn't
many
enough
jerseys.
excitement, you can turn small bets into bigger payouts with same game parlays. Combine multiple bets like which team will win, how many goals will be scored, or more for your shot at an even bigger payout. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. You can even deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code WASHED. Bet $5 on any NHL team to win their game and get $200 in free bets if they do. It's code WASHED at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
December 10th. A 1 p.m. affair. Probably a Saturday.
Could be a Sunday, John.
Could be a Sunday, John. Great
Could
point.
be a Sunday, John. Russell Wilson. You guys hear about this guy?
Ugh.
I'm no longer moving to Denver. I've been told not to move to Denver by several people from Denver after saying I was going to do that on last week's episode or
Why?
on Monday's episode.
Was there a reason?
I don't know.
Why? Yeah,
I love
I've heard
Denver.
a lot of
Ah!
bad mouthing of Denver lately, and I've always thought positively of it.
If I was going to move to Colorado, I would want to be somewhere that's not Denver.
Climate wise, it's about as good as it gets for me because it still gets pretty warm in the summer, and it gets cold in winter. It snows obviously, but it does. You're not going to get like, you know, it's not going to be like -10-ish, and you get dumped on and all that shit.
Whenever I picture Denver,
I feel like
one
it could-
color comes to mind. It's always brown when I'm there. You know what I mean?
Well, you're there in the wintertime.
I
Stuff
know.
dies in the winter.
I know, but a lot of it's a long winter there. It's always brown.
Plus, they've got Blucifer.
It's true.
Oh yeah, you got to think about that.
It's true.
Did we ever get to the bottom of that?
I'd rather go small town Colorado than like the biggest city in Colorado, I think.
Older.
You just get those vibes. off
Last
the
thing on
charts.
Blucifer. Can you pull over and get a photo with it, like in front of it? Or
I
is
don't
that
know if that's an area that's
you don't want to fuck around in
pullover friendly.
airports?
Yeah.
Yeah,
keep it
yeah.
moving.
Then people are like, "Whoa, what's this guy pulling over for?"
Oh, they want to pick with Bluey.
Oh, classic. The demonic horse. We get it, dude. First time.
Dylan, can you explain what Russell Wilson did on this flight to London?
So they have a football game in London this weekend. Okay.
American football, or are they playing soccer?
They're playing American football. The Denver Broncos are playing. Not sure who they're playing. Doesn't matter.
It matters.
Russell Wilson, this is a tweet from a guy named Zach Stevens. He's a beat reporter for the Denver Broncos. Okay. Russell Wilson worked out and stretched for 4 of the 8 hours on the flight from Denver to London.
It's the Jags, of
Said
course.
he was doing high knees in the aisle when the rest of the guys were asleep.
Can I defend him?
I would rather you
No.
didn't.
Let me say this. Isn't he not banged up?
He's banged up.
So maybe he's trying. I mean, that's a long plane ride. He's trying to stay loose. As someone who suffered from sciatica and on the way to his honeymoon, had the worst pain down his buttocks and hamstring region. I was having to get up. I wasn't doing high knees, but I was walking up and down the aisle to
Okay.
get the blood flowing.
But you are flying on a commercial flight, correct?
Facts.
You
Not
don't have a
pride.
you don't have a full blown physio team looking after you at all times. You
Not
probably
at
didn't
that
have
time, no.
You probably didn't have room to pack those things that you put on your legs that increase blood flow by putting pressure on it and stuff.
Oh, those.
You know he's got some of
Those are
those.
tight.
4 of the 8 hours.
That's an exaggeration, right?
You got to ask Zach Stevens. I don't know.
I'm not going to ask him.
This guy, I know, they talk about locker room guys. Russell Wilson, it seems like the complete opposite of a locker room guy.
A locker room guy is someone like Joe Burrow,
Yeah.
who's just cool, swag.
For big content guy, he smokes the cigars.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say?
Big content guy likes making fun of Joe Burrow for smoking cigars.
I'm going to make it about the Cowboys. The locker room loves Dak.
Okay.
The Ravens, they love Lamar.
They do.
The Bengals love Joe Burrow.
Probably plenty of guys we could point to, but it's probably
Let's
well
keep-
liked.
We're gonna no. We're gonna go down. Carson Wentz. I don't know. I doubt it.
A guy like Derek Carr, not a locker room guy.
Is it because
I think he tries way too hard to be like one of the guys, and he just misses big time. I think he's a total chotch.
I don't think he's a chotch.
what do you really think?
Why?
Dude,
He's just mega Christian, dude.
My take.
Yeah, why do you hate
My
Christians?
take on Derek Carr is
That's-
that he's It's not about him being Christian.
No, but that's why he comes off the way he does. Like,
No,
because he's
no.
so like proper.
Did you not watch Hard
Dude,
Knocks with
he
the
has-
Raiders?
He does have an inexplicable
fuck the
Southern
NFL.
accent.
Okay.
In some of his, and you're like, where are you from?
If you watch Hard Knocks with the Raiders, you would get a little idea of what I'm talking about. It's not because he's Christian. There are many Christians in the NFL who are great guys.
Name them.
He tries really hard to be just like one of the guys, and he doesn't have the
dude,
personality to pull it off.
I know what you're saying.
That's his job. He has to try hard. He's a quarterback of the team. He's a leader.
I like that
he's not there.
Kyler doesn't really care. Kyler's like, you know what? I'm gonna put these headphones on, and I'm gonna go out and play, and maybe we'll win 8 games. I don't know. Maybe.
How many times is Russell Wilson making a speech in the locker room and like one of the guys is just like, "Oh my God, give it a rest, dude. Just give it a rest. Like we don't care."
You just made it sound like I'm really anti-Christian.
No. I didn't
You
know
absolutely did.
I didn't know the angle you were coming in on, but I thought you were just making fun of his
Hey.
personality, where like
I
he's
was.
just a happy-go-lucky, like God-fearing man who could just kind of has that demeanor to him.
What would you
His-
rather be?
His faith had
Anti-recycling?
nothing to do with anything I was thinking.
That's not how I was trying to portray it for you.
He
I
was
was just
just busting
saying, like,
balls.
Okay.
don't be sensitive about Derek Carr.
Because if you
Why'd you say it like
if you
that?
paint me in a certain line, we have people
Core.
listening. They're gonna think I'm like anti-Christian, which is absolutely not true.
that's not how I.
You did
Okay,
It
say
sounded that way.
Okay, that's not what I was trying to do. Sorry.
You did say Derek Carr's name like Al Michaels. Derek Carr. It's my Al Michaels. I've never done that, and I won't do it again. No, to be clear, for the folks at home, I've known Dylan for many years. He is not anti-Christian, nor is he anti-recycling.
Go back and listen to this when we're done, and I don't think you'll try to get as mad at me as you are.
I'm not mad.
Dylan-
I wanted to clarify that that's not why I don't like the guy.
Were you in Young Life in high school?
I was not.
Were you in the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, FCA?
I was not.
All right, I was trying to throw you a bone. I'm just kidding.
I grew up going to church.
I know. I'm just fucking.
That means
I
anything here?
don't think Will was trying to paint that picture, but I am here to defend Russell Wilson.
Why? Oh, because of his sciatica.
Now, I don't know if it's sciatica. In fact, I'm almost positive it was not. Although it was hamstring, so it's in the ballpark. Do you know how you feel when you get up when you've been sitting for that long?
When I sit for a long time, usually my inclination is to not stand up and do high knees for 4 hours in the aisle.
Well, you're trying to keep the blood flowing, and like you don't want to look. You don't want to get up from the plane and be stiff.
Is it safe to do high knees on
Not
an
that
airplane?
kind of stiff. You want to what?
Is it safe to do high knees on an airplane? I guess one that's big. It probably doesn't matter. Like, there's a Seinfeld episode, actually, the finale, or one of the close to the finale. Kramer's jumping up and down on a private jet, and they had to do an emergency landing because of it.
That's good. You ever been on a plane when somebody was like doing lunges up and down the? I've seen that done.
I had not.
Liver King just straight up brought like some weights on his private plane.
That's a PJ though. That's different.
Are we surprised that like the Broncos plane doesn't have like a little part of it that has like a couple mats and maybe some bands? Maybe it does. You can get some work in on it. 30,000.
Probably have a
I just
tape.
don't believe that he's the only guy injured who needs to be moving around the entire flight on that flight. There's
Look,
got to be some other people.
There's also, you have to factor in, there's precedent here for just really cringy behavior with this guy. And so he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt because he's Russell Wilson. And he's the cringiest guy in the league.
What's the worst exercise someone could do on your plane? Like what's the
Sprints.
like handstands? Oh yeah, sprints. Yeah,
Sprints up and down the aisle.
You never want to see somebody sprinting towards the cockpit.
If Russell Wilson sprints down the aisle and I'm on the team, I'm tripping him. 100%.
Unless Mark Wahlberg's on that plane.
Right.
Mark Wahlberg wouldn't have done shit.
Hey man, just saying, if it was me,
He would have been, yeah. He would have been tired from getting up at 2 a.m. to start his workouts for the day.
that's not talked about enough. I know we bring it up like once a year.
No, it
but
got brought up on a podcast recently. They like grilled him about it, and he admitted that is not his everyday like constant schedule. That was for one film that he was doing. Kind of made me sad when he said
Is that like the Hunter S. Thompson daily routine that was like?
I think Hunter S. might have been a different beast.
I mean, definitely.
I think he had some demons that led him to doing some drugs every single day.
The personalities that we have currently with the like three of the biggest names, three of the biggest quarterbacks in the league. You got Brady, you got Rodgers, you got Russ.
Who you choosing?
That is like such good content for the NFL. Like even people who are casual football fans or don't follow at all, they know they're like, oh, so is Brady going to finish the season? My mother-in-law, who doesn't really follow football, asked me yesterday. She's like, you think Tom's going to like quit on the team? And I was like, great question. I don't know. I don't think he will. That's my take.
Aaron Rodgers threw his teammates under the bus on Pat McAfee show.
Not a good look.
Wow, what'd he say?
He said a lot of guys are making too many mistakes and probably deserve less playing time.
Whatever.
Does it make it more
Anything
obnoxious?
bad that happens to Aaron Rodgers, I'm fine with.
Does it make it more obnoxious that he did that on McAfee?
Yeah. As he was standing up wearing a tank top.
If I'm one of his teammates,
McAfee's
I'm like, can you just not go on McAfee and shit on us? Can you just not go on Joe Rogan and shit on us?
Like that's a conversation you have with your teammates or your coach or GM or something. You don't do it publicly.
I'm so glad that Aaron Rodgers is so unlikable that I don't think it's feasible that he could possibly get like a booth job later in life. And I truly hope he never gets something like that, because if he does, I will stop watching the NFL completely. There's no way that I could watch him on a consistent basis and be okay with it. He's just the worst.
Yeah, he would not be good in the booth.
I feel like he'd pivot like every season. He'd have like a new thing that he was doing.
Yeah, because he would be attending ayahuasca ceremonies, and like every time he'd be a different person every time. That's like isn't that our fear with ayahuasca? We could never do it because like, what if we did it and then we're like,
correct.
You know, I don't want to be around anymore. I don't want to do podcasts anymore.
Although the Packers ayahuasca touchdown celebration was pretty cool.
It was good.
I laughed.
I chuckled. Anyway,
I think they'll probably
Shout
stop
out to
doing fun
Sierra.
celebrations like that once they get thrown under the bus by him.
no fun league.
Something I like to do anytime like a new cringy behavior from Russell Wilson drops, which it happens quite a lot. Just I imagine in future thinking like finding it on the TL or something and just thinking about what a boner this guy is and his son is being raised by him.
Did you ever stop to think that maybe on that plane, Russ was just getting up to a 1-2 step?
I hadn't considered that yet, but it makes a lot of sense.
I'm going to come clean. I stole that joke from Randy.
You did.
He writes my best material.
You know what he should be doing instead? Taking those athletic greens.
Mhm.
Our next partner has a product that we use literally every day. Started taking AG1 because I just know that my regular diet in life is just not doing what it needs to do in order to keep me firing. It's hard out there. Unless you're just taking supplements, you're going to the store, you're mixing and matching, you're seeing what works for you. It's just difficult. It can take weeks or months to optimize yourself. But what if I told you that there was something that was just one delicious scoop of AG1 and that you'd be absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help you start your day right?
It's all-in-one nutritional insurance. And the best part for me, it's cheaper than getting all those supplements yourself. Going to gather all that, taking a bunch of different ones, having 2 powders, 4 pills. Just rip open that pack, pop it in some water first thing in the morning, drink it, tastes good, boom.
I took mine right in front of y'all's faces earlier.
Yeah, you were a little bit condescending with how you did that.
Yeah.
He put it in his 4-ounce Yeti and just shook that bitch up.
Perfect size.
Dylan, I know you're going to ask eventually anyway, but guess what, dude? Less than 1 gram of sugar. Less than 1 gram of sugar. No GMOs, no nasty chemicals or artificial anything, while still tasting good. Like we said, it's a small micro habit with big benefits. It's one thing you can do every single day to take care of yourself. And like Dave said, it costs less than $3 a day, so you're investing in your health, and it's cheaper than that cold brew habit. This is a direct shot at you, David.
Hey, man, guilty as charged.
Get the all-in-one nutritional insurance that you're looking for. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just 1 scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/circling. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/circling to take over your ownership of your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutrition insurance. Got some big-ass snake news.
We talking Houdini or Python?
Whichever one you want to start with, Dave. This is all you.
Who?
It's not all
Why
you.
is it me?
We're gonna turn off our mics and let Dave talk about
Please
snakes for a little
don't.
bit.
It's let Gardner Snake Dave handle that.
This snake's actual name is pretty dope, by the way.
Houdini?
It's not Houdini. No, that's a nickname that he got after he escaped.
What's his actual name?
Sir Voss, which translates to Sir Hiss. That's my snake.
Might I have a hiss, me lord?
A Swedish zoo has been partially shut down after a king cobra staged an impressive escape from an enclosure over the weekend, with staff on Monday still searching for the venomous vagrant. The snake, named, like Dylan said, Sir Voss,
Sir Voss.
escaped on Saturday through a lamp fixture in a terrarium and was believed to be somewhere in an inner ceiling. This snake's going to drop out somewhere and just absolutely rattle someone.
If there's a venomous snake on the loose, you got to shut down the whole zoo, not part of the zoo. I'm
Dylan,
so out.
thank you for saying that. To the Stockholm Zoo that is not fully shut down while a venomous snake just roams your grounds.
You're begging for an accident.
Do you think this snake like put on some little tiny like little glasses and like the fake nose and mustache and just like slithered out of there and like walked by the guard,
Don't mind
gave him
me.
a nod?
Mhm.
Hey, Mike.
He put on a trench coat with one of his other snake buddies and got on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Forgot to tell y'all
That's
yesterday,
good.
I got home from work. I took Stella on a walk.
Okay.
This lady pulls over. She's like, just want to let you know, there's a rabid raccoon running around in this area. We've seen it all day long. So you might want to clear the area. It kind of reminds me of this situation a little bit.
Could you take a rabid raccoon?
I would just kick it in the face as hard as I could, probably.
While it's biting your neck and giving you like rabies.
If it got me first, of course, the death rate once you get rabies is near 100%,
Not great.
as we learned.
Not great.
So I was on high alert. We got out of there pretty quickly. It would probably get Stella before it got me.
Okay, dude.
Was this lady solely going around the neighborhood letting people know?
She
That's
was
a good Samaritan.
She was pulling into her house, which I happened to be right in front
She's
of.
got to call animal control.
Yeah, there's probably a better person to call, but it's nice that she
She
notified.
said
Great post for next door, Dylan.
She said animal control was on its way. So hopefully they got the little fucker.
I was on Nextdoor the other day.
It's been terminated.
And this woman posted a photo of a gentleman riding a bike by someone's house. And she said that this gentleman was aggressive, rude, loud, and that he was throwing drugs into people's front yards.
That happens all the
I
time.
hate that.
I couldn't fathom what I was reading. I was like, he's just throwing his drugs into people's yards? He's reverse trick-or-treating.
People who do drugs love to give it away for free.
Yeah. Famously, they like
Yeah.
getting rid of them instead of acquiring as many as possible and doing them.
Yeah.
Everybody was just like, please give him my address. I would love some free drugs in my front yard. And I was like, yeah, this lady deserves to get absolutely roasted
It is
right
really
now.
dumb.
It's
Really
like
dumb.
when Jesse like really felt bad about all the blood money he had, and he's just driving through throwing like stacks, like thousands of dollars out the window. It's like that, but with drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So stupid.
Maybe is everyone walking around yelling for Houdini, and he's like, they're looking for a different snake. My name's Sir Hiss.
Sir Hiss. Sir Voss.
You know this? Remember this happened last year in Grand Prairie. That
No.
guy's king cobra escaped, and they literally never found it. Just they assume it died, but there's a king cobra in Grand Prairie, home of Selena Gomez.
Very venomous, David.
Yeah, it's the king.
It's the king of all the cobras.
They're the ones that's like the flaps.
Oh, yeah.
What's up with
Safari-
that?
the
What's up
safari
with that?
flaps.
They hit you with those flaps. It's over for
I used to
you.
draw these things back in the day. I did it because of Aladdin. You guys see this movie?
Yeah.
It does have a warning before it now that they do appropriate some cultures. Be careful if you're watching Disney Plus.
It's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's up? This lady just got absolutely swallowed by one?
Dude, this is actually a pretty sad one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a woman in Indonesia who went on a little 54 years old, not super old or anything.
Certainly not a bag of bones.
No,
Dylan.
she's called a grandma on the post that I saw. Anyway, not important. She went for a walk and never came back.
Grandma's not age dependent. It's more.
You're right.
Yeah.
But if you're going to call someone a grandma on a headline, I feel like you're painting them out to be just an old bag of bones. You know what I mean?
Remember Grandma Ma? Larry Johnson? That
Oh, yeah.
was a sick campaign.
She was sick.
No Larry Walker, but.
Anyway,
400-yard drive.
when Jara, 54, left her home for work as a tree tapper on an Indonesian rubber plantation on Sunday morning, it was the last time her family would see her alive. As I said, she never came back. The next day, her husband went looking for her. He didn't find her, but he did find a 22-foot python with a big swollen
Jesus.
stomach. Turns out that she was in there.
Can you survive if you get swallowed?
No.
You can't breathe in there. You're just going to suffocate.
Okay.
And I think they have like a mechanism that releases some kind of stuff that immediately.
I would hope so.
But
because
just-
if you're trapped
You're not just in there like you're inside of a whale.
It
that's a
seems like
tough
you
way
could.
to
It
go.
seems like you'd be. It seems like a human would be strong enough to bust through, but obviously it's not that easy.
Well, it's like their muscle and tissue
That's the
in it
last thing I'm gonna do if I'm getting swallowed by a snake.
is bust.
I'm just trying to end it as fast as possible.
Here's
Like
what I
punching
hope.
myself in the face.
You know, sometimes you see these snakes swallow big animals or whatever, and it takes them a while to like actually do like the swallowing part. I hope that she was squeezed to death before that
all
part
right,
happened.
that's my question. Do we think maybe because the python,
Is it a squeeze type?
it's a squeezer, I believe. Will can look this
I'll
up.
do it. You guys talk this out.
I'm assuming because like it's gonna wrap you up, constrict you, much like a boa constrictor, or maybe not. We'll find out soon. But it's not like a bite and like venom and like disable you. I don't think.
Oh,
But maybe she had some sort of condition. Maybe she passed out or had a heart attack, and then
This
this
is-
thing just like
Nah, she was
capitalized
dead
on it.
before she got eaten.
okay.
That's
Because
how. That's how these things fuck around.
if not, this is a top 5 worst way to go.
No, that was why
Yeah, it's like
that's
a
why I had my question, because if
2-hour
you're
thing.
dead while entering the animal, I feel like you could figure out a way to get out. But
I
if they
think
can
so.
if they constrict you and kill you in a couple minutes before that then I'd take back
Just
what I said.
suffocate you to death.
It's too much
Yeah.
too much risk for the snake to try to swallow something that's still alive.
Because if you think you can take a bobcat,
Easily.
any big cat, then you should have
Grizzly
you
bear.
should have the confidence in you to say that you could bust out of a python if you're alive in there.
A 22
Dude,
foot
their skin is thick, dude. Their little snake skin.
a 22-foot snake. That's a
Are you
big
sure it's not
boy.
just big boned?
Don't you busting me
David.
out of me? That's
Oh,
the
man.
snake.
Well, to this, I hope none of her family listens to this podcast because I
They're
don't
not.
know if we did her life the justice we should have.
I
But
do
to
like
her, we're sorry.
I do like the thought of somebody like busting out like Ace Ventura out of the rhino, like
Mhm.
after being swallowed, and they're like, "Holy shit!"
Jesus, guys, like really nothing.
They did find her whole body intact, by the way. So she was swallowed whole. Man.
Dude, Nate, y'all gotta be careful out there.
Ooh, the hug of death, they call it.
Yeah, I don't mess around. I don't like any snakes.
Oh,
Why'd they call them water moccasins and not just call them flofers instead?
T-Man's raising the roof right now.
T-Man's pumped. It's a good question.
Are we doing? Is this a transition into a Flofers read?
No, it could be. If you're trying to have a fun weekend this weekend, make sure to put on your flofers.
I freaking hate snakes, man.
Snakes or spiders? Which one really gets you
Oh,
more?
it's definitely snakes.
See, it's spiders for me.
Really?
I don't like. No, it's not that I'm not afraid of the snake. I certainly am. It's just a spider.
It's the way they coil up. They can hide under shit and they squeeze, and it's like they're just so creepy, man.
8 legs versus no legs.
and it's
though.
that little tongue.
You do it with your mouth. You have a tongue.
That's what they do. They kind of flick it though. I'm not gonna do it.
Jesus.
I don't
They're so gross,
All
man.
right.
Creepy
I don't do
little
anything with
fuckers.
snakes.
I mean, I don't like spiders, but if given the choice,
I bet you've never charmed a snake.
uh,
If I was like, let's say Sally divorced me
Oh no.
and I have a midlife crisis
I got a bed in the garage if you need it.
in the swing academy. Let's say I moved to New York and like Emrata DMs me and she's like, "Hey, you want to go on a date? I saw you moved to New York." And
This is
I'm
a
like, "All right."
very plausible scenario.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, let's do it." She and I would go out. We have a couple Negroni Spagliatos with prosecco in them, and then we're like, "Hey, maybe we should go back to your place and chill out." And I walk into Emrata's place and she has a snake in a terrarium. I'm out.
You're out.
I'm out.
She takes you back to the snake farm.
Done.
What if it's like a big bird type? Bird or snake?
Oh.
If she has a bird, I'm like, all right, I'll stay for the night. But like,
Bird-
like a
I gotta
big
start. I
macaw.
gotta start slow fading. you.
Bird's different because people who have snakes, in my experience, they kind of enjoy feeding the snake. And I think that's a little like,
Like
don't get me
Buzz.
wrong. I've seen this done and I'm like, okay. And that's
I don't want
weird,
to
though.
drop a mouse into a
I don't
snake's
either.
terrarium. and
I
just
didn't
watch
even
it
like feeding my chameleon grasshoppers.
Yeah.
I didn't even like that. And I don't like grasshoppers very much.
I don't know who
I
does.
have no issue
Shout out
with
to
the
my chameleon, though.
grasshopper.
Gone too soon.
He's alive.
Did you feed him to a snake?
No, dude. I
Oh.
went on spring break, and I was told that I could leave him for a week without eating.
You starved to death.
No, I had 2. One of them ate the other one's head off.
That's
Are
pretty
you
sick.
kidding?
It was pretty jarring. I was pretty excited to get home and see how my chameleons were doing. And when I ran upstairs, I think my mom probably heard a scream.
What if you get so hungry you just ate one of your homies' heads? Think about it.
I don't know. Y'all all said that I would be the first one to die on a fucking island. So
Yeah, I stand by that.
Yeah, that's facts.
if we're ever all stranded on an island together, I'm gonna set up one of those. I'm gonna dig one of those holes and set up a bunch of pokey sticks in the bottom of it, and then lure all y'all.
Why
I'm gonna trap you guys.
Why the head?
I don't know. I wanted the same thing.
Maybe he wouldn't stop talking.
I don't think chameleons can talk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Shit.
unfortunately.
Stop doing the tongue. They're both doing it.
I'm gonna do this entire next ad read in chameleon.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't like that either. This weekend in fun, baby. Presented by our good friends over at Vizzy Hard Seltzer. If you guys know us, you know we love Vizzy. We had a party the other day. We had about as many beers here as we had Vizzies. And guess what? We have a lot of beer left. We have no Vizzies left.
They went very
If that
fast.
doesn't tell you all you need to know about Vizzy, then I don't know what will. Summer has phased out and it's time for something fresh during the season of change. We had some football on and we were just absolutely gassing Vizzies to the game. While you make the transition, grab a case of Vizzy Hard Seltzer with flavors for every vibe. Whether you're cozying up for cuffing season or hosting a tailgate that will be the envy of the lot, pass the vibe check with a case of bold, delicious Vizzy Hard Seltzer. They got those mimosa flavors. The mimosas went quick the other day. I didn't even get one. A little bummed about that.
I didn't either. I was zero.
I was dipping into the variety pack. You can just toss your hand in that cooler and just see what comes out. Could be a strawberry kiwi, papaya passion fruit, blackberry lemon. What did I have the other day? I think I must have been riding that black cherry lime train.
Yeah,
that
some
sounds
watermelons in here too, man. Really
Major
legit.
shouts. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, flavors for every vibe. Stock up on Vizzy Hard Seltzer and show some love for the show. Here's how to get yours. Go to VizzyHardSeltzer.com/washed to find Vizzy near you. That's VizzyHardSeltzer.com/washed. And to hear first about the latest flavor drops and more, sign up at VizzyHardSeltzer.com/subscribe. You must be 21 or older. And please, 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 not just for us, but for our friends at the Molson Coors Beverage Company in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, make sure you celebrate responsibly this weekend. Dylan, what are you getting into?
Thanks for asking, Will. Got parks all weekend. Pretty excited about that. His mom's out of town. Don't have a whole lot going on other than the Merriman Monsters Spooky Monster Bash. What's it called? I don't know what it's called. I'm going to that for sure.
Doesn't sound like you are.
You're going this year?
No, I'll go. 100% going.
Okay.
All right.
100% going. Bay is TBD. We might have to find a sitter. We got both kids, but I'm definitely going. I'm pretty excited for it.
I went solo last year.
Me too.
Are y'all bringing your plus ones, your ladies, your better halves?
Sally said earlier today while she was in the studio recording the mail-in podcast, which you can listen to anywhere podcasts are found, she said that she was, quote, not going to dress up. And I will go on record saying this. As a noted Halloween hater, I don't hate Halloween enough to show up with someone that didn't dress up.
Got to dress up.
I'm just not doing that.
She's got to dress up.
I'm not condoning that.
I get it.
That's pretty much all I have on the docket, man. Nothing else really in the works. Gonna be a big family weekend. Pretty excited for it.
What's that boy dipping into?
When you're here, your familia.
I didn't mention golf Friday. We have golf Friday.
Yeah, we're playing
Well,
golf.
weather dependent.
Weather
If
dependent.
if this rain is real, we might need to have a text conversation.
Playing golf Friday morning. Then, nothing planned Friday night. Saturday, I'm going to the Merriman Spooky Bash. And I'm going to debut a costume that I have not worn. I'll give you a little clue. No makeup. No makeup.
Makeup.
Learned yesterday, Halloween makeup, or just makeup in general, not the easiest thing to remove from your eyebrows. Just a little fun fact if
good
you're
tip.
out there. And Sunday, that's it, man. We're keeping it low. I think I'm gonna be hurting Sunday if it's anything like last year's Spooky Bash when Brett made me the just most powerful old fashioned anyone could ever have. So yeah,
Yeah, he made such a strong old fashioned that I questioned if Brett knew what an old fashioned was.
you'd think he would by now, as much as he like eats dinner at bars.
Old fashions are inherently very strong, though.
Yeah,
There
but
was
they're
something
supposed to
about
be
this.
cut
What'd
with
he
the,
do
they're
to
supposed to be pretty cut with the sweetness in order to take away from that sting. Brett just made just diesel fuel.
Straight up gas.
You could set that thing on
Homie.
fire if you wanted to. Blaze it. You wouldn't know anything about that.
I'm gonna
You
be
never, you
drinking-
never burned a
I
day in your
stay
life.
blazing,
No,
dog.
you don't.
I'm gonna be drinking Delcotinis all night.
If he
You're
doesn't
gonna
have
be
a
up very
Delco
late.
Teeny station, I'm going to be upset.
You'll be up very late.
Yeah.
Delco Teenies. Huge weekend for me. Huge weekend for me. I'm also a part of this tea time on Friday. But Saturday, you know what it is.
No.
I am pre-gaming dinner. The party with dinner. I'm going to a restaurant that I'm somewhat of a critic of. I don't know what to get. I currently have the menu up right now. I almost said it in Texas style. Right now. Should I go with this chicken fried steak, Dylan? I know you're a big fan.
I've had that particular chicken fried steak, and it is pretty good
What kind of fish is a market fish? Where do you fish for market fish?
Okay.
at the market.
Oh, okay. Because I'm wondering about that too.
What market are they getting it from?
Just the market down
What's
the
up with the
street.
quail at this place? Why did they get divorced? And why are they
I don't
getting
know
served?
why it's
If
divorced.
they're divorced, why are they making them get served together?
I've had the quail at this place.
Yeah, it's pretty bony.
Quail's fine. It's better as like a breakfast sausage type deal.
I've never been a big quail guy.
You're getting off quail sausage?
It was not prepared by me.
Here are my favorite birds: chicken, turkey, duck.
What's up with chicken weirding me out lately?
I don't know.
I've been weirded out by chicken a little bit.
You had it Monday.
I know.
Yeah, what is up with that?
It's that cartilage.
What are your favorite birds? Just kidding. Go on with your weekend.
Duck, for sure, is my number one. I love ducks.
Quack.
I like Canadian geese, not to eat, just to kind of watch. But as far as birds go to eat, I think it is chicken. That's the one. Quail's just okay. It's just okay. And then Sunday I will be drinking pints with the lads, as it is the Austin FC match playing LAFC Western Conference Finals. If anyone's trying to link and build, I'm gonna try to.
I'm gonna watch that. Don't know if I'm doing it with you, but I am watching it.
Wow. Okay. Thanks,
I mean,
Dylan.
maybe.
What channel is it on? ESPN?
Probably ESPN if I had to guess. Very excited for this though. If they win and New York wins, then we get the final here. I will be out of town for said final, should it be here, but exciting nonetheless for the city. I'm officially an Austin FC head.
Wow, never thought I'd see the day where Will DeFreeze, the lad football bruv, is
Mhm.
into MLS.
Mm-hmm. You know how it is. Dylan's a new fan. He's a big Manchester City guy.
Love
That
Man
is true.
City, dude. That Holland is a freaking beast.
You know me, I've been following Juventus.
It's not a good thing, Dave.
I know, it's been tough.
Yeah, they just missed Champions League
Like,
for the
what's
first
going
time in
on
like
with them?
years.
What's going on with that team?
They're out. They're done.
Ugh.
Missed the knockout rounds, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're telling me. Fun show. Fun week.
We got voicemails tomorrow. 888-618-4422. Again, 888-618-4422. We'll see you guys beyond the paywall.
Bye.